What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all is good wherever you are. In this video, we're going to watch Candace Owens at a Turning Point USA event debate a woke liberal. Let's get into it.
Thank you for being here. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Quinn Thomas, and one day I will be the President of the United States.
Hey!
But don't clap for me, because after I say what I have to say, y'all won't be clapping for me. I came here not with the idea to yell or to protest or do any of that, because I just wanted to learn and hear what other people of opposing ideology had to say.
Give him a round of applause for that.
But I thought I would be here at something more open where we could all have conversation. I felt like I was just being attacked every 20 seconds with the language and the rhetoric that you guys use.
Like
Candace,
what?
Like Candace, I feel like for you, I feel like you can't even say anything about you're preaching to the black community in a room full of white people.
I was at an HBCU last night.
You're preaching about the black community in a
I was at an HBCU last night.
Well, take that message back to the HBCU.
I already did. I did. It's live streamed.
Well, take it back.
So you're wrong. So you just tried to say something that's not true. You're trying to paint the room as if there's all white people here is not, and you're trying to make it seem like I'm afraid to go speak to my community, and you're wrong. So that'll be shut down.
Candace, I clearly know that you have taken this message on the road to HBCU.
Last night.
As I learned from you, because before today I didn't know who you were. But what I was saying was, Candace, is I don't feel like you could have that conversation here in a room full of white people.
Because of liberals. Because they kept interrupting us.
Why do you feel like we have to be segregated? Why do you feel like we have to be segregated from white people?
But back to my question to somebody who I know, because I don't know you.
Some future president.
Donald Trump Jr. Yeah, Donald Trump Jr. My question is, how do you support your father for the things that he said, such as he believes that you should grab women by the...
He didn't say that.
Now, before we watch what I'm assuming is going to be Candace Owens going beast mode on this young man, why does anybody care about what Donald Trump said in what he thought was a private conversation years ago? And those are not the exact words that he said. But listen, you're electing somebody, whether it be Donald Trump or anybody. You think these people who are trying to be elected to the most powerful position in the world, you think they haven't used foul language? You think that people like, let's use Hillary Clinton because she was running against Trump. You think a woman who had to come up in a man's world like that, fight against men for her job, you think she didn't use foul language and say stuff like this? And, just bringing it back to the average person in the population, too. Like, if you took any man in the world, pretty much, with his buddies when he doesn't think he's being listened to or recorded, we say dumb shit. We say dumb shit. All of us have done it at one point or another. But you're electing these people to hopefully protect your country. These people who, if you go to war, are willing to do whatever is necessary to protect your country, which can be stuff like actually dropping bombs on other countries and having a mass amount of people die. And at that point, you wouldn't care about some weird statement that he did. You would just hope that you're electing someone that would be willing to do that and protect your country. And oh, by the way, stop an opioid crisis, fix the inflation problem, seal up the border. People are coming in there like a sieve. Maybe get housing prices back to a point that most people can afford a home. And then on top of that, you have Hunter Biden, whose laptop was full of, not good things on there, and the guys out there doing cocaine. None of the libs mentioned that. I don't know. I'm not saying it was good what he said, but I'm saying if I had to vote for a president, I want a man in there that's willing to do the job properly and fight for his people. I could care less about what he said in a private conversation that he didn't know was going to be released into the world. There's way more important things to think about when you're voting for a president or a prime minister of a country. Let's get back to it.
I want to say something. Let me do it.
That's a ridiculous question, first and foremost. Because I'm sure you've never said anything bad.
Are you mad?
I'm sure.
But you just called liberals Christians, right? But you're mad. You're mad.
First and foremost, actually, since we're bringing up HBCU, somebody asked this question, and she asked it respectfully because she wasn't trying to get a bunch of attention, which is what you're trying to do right now. And she said to me, Candace, how can you support a president that said that he wants to grab one by the pussy? First off, the left ran away with that, and they changed around his words. He said specifically that there are women who would literally let them grab them by the pussy. He did say that, correct? And I asked her a question back. I said, how bizarre is it that we are pretending, as people, especially in the black community, that listen to hip-hop lyrics, when all they do is talk about groupies, and how groupies will literally let men do anything to them. Basketball stars talk about this, rappers talk about this in their music, Jay-Z talks about this, Beyonce talks about this in her music, about girls that try to be up on Jay-Z and her man. Now all of a sudden we're all going, oh my goodness, I can't believe that men having a private conversation behind closed doors acknowledge the same thing, that there are women who act like that. So it's a fake question. You're acting like that's not something that we all know.
But do you
He didn't
know?
say he was going to go around and grab women by the You've taken that and you've made something that's not real and it's not true.
Okay,
He never said
Candace,
that.
There's also a double standard.
Candace?
There's also a double standard here because,
question.
by the way,
Candace?
anyone in this room, have any of you guys had a beer?
No, because I don't drink.
So you guys are conservatives. So having a beer in high school or college would preclude you from public service later on in life. But if you were the president and you were a liberal, you could blow lines all day long and it's not a problem.
His name
That's
is
the
Bill
double
Clinton.
standard
This is
of what's
virtue
out
signaling.
there.
This is
You
why-
can do cocaine and be president,
Right.
but if you're conservative, you can't have a beer.
But this is why
Doesn't
nobody
seem
identifies
equal.
with the left anymore. They act like there's some angel princesses. Oh, we would never say that about a groupie. Oh, we would never have a beer. The fact that he was drinking in high
would
school.
never.
Nobody identifies them because of just this sort of a thing. Men in locker rooms can talk a certain way. By the way, women talk a lot worse than that. Let me tell you that, okay? Women talk worse than that. And they act like they're princesses and they can't believe that people can have real conversations behind closed doors. That's why your party's losing.
I love when Candace Owens goes into pitbull mode. I'm happy that guy poked the bear. I enjoy seeing this. I mean, Charlie's a great debater. I don't know if Junior's a great debater or not. I like the guy. I follow him on Instagram, but I'm not going to say I know too much about him. But Candace is a beast. That young man, hopefully he'll change his ways because he's young. And listen, none of the teachers ever show up at these events to debate the Candace Owens, the Charlie Kirks. And it's not because they're not invited. They just know that these woke arguments, these woke talking points have no legs to stand on. They're like a house of cards. Gender ideology, the border. They all are going to get destroyed on these topics. This is why the teachers don't show up. People are always saying, well, why do they only debate students? The teachers don't go. They could, but these are academics. They've written books, and they don't want to be shamed on the Turning Point USA YouTube channel. Have a bunch of fools like me reacting to them getting owned by Candace and Donald Trump Jr. and Charlie Kirk. Teachers are not barred from these events. They just refuse to go. I remember reading about Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh. They were supposed to debate a bunch of teachers, and these guys bailed out because they know you can't beat common sense. Hopefully this young man will find the error in his ways. I can speak for myself. When I was, I'm going to guess his age, early 20s, I was way more liberal than I am now. Now, keep in mind, we're talking about 20 years ago. Being a little bit more liberal, I guess I was more of a moderate, was way different than it is now. Times have changed a lot. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was a fun one. Consider subscribing to the channel, help it grow. Comment down below, leave a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.